Shwmae and Croeso to FC Cymru's Christmas special. What an incredible year it's been for Welsh football. We've seen the men's team scale that Everest and qualify for a first World Cup in 64 years. What an incredible journey that was. Women's football has been busting attendance records all over the place, like kids rattling through the Christmas presents under the tree. And we've seen the launch of Welsh football's first ever streaming service, FAWales. It's all absolutely free, so go and sign up, and on there you can watch incredible documentaries like The Road to Qatar.
I'm right behind it, and I've gone, and I'm more or less saying, like, you know, he's had 3 or 4 of these now and they've not come off, so is this the one? He couldn't have placed it with his hand any closer to that corner. It was a world-class free kick, and his emotion came out in the celebration, didn't it? And to see all the boys jump on him was incredible. But again, we know that we're up against a good team and we can't set in a 1-0 lead. We needed a second goal. We wanted the second goal, and we got it in the end. When these boys turn up, they message each other, they can't wait to get on camp. They're a group of pals that love being in each other's company, and they just happen to play football together as well at a fantastic level. We need to strip all the emotion out of it. Don't worry about the importance of it. Just go and play like you did when you were 10 years old with your mates in the street. Play like nobody's watching you, no pressure, and just go and enjoy it. And play with a smile on your face and show the supporters what I see every day in training. And that was my message to them in the changing room. And whether it was that or not, I don't know, but hopefully it played a little part and eased the pressure a little bit. Yeah, let's not kid ourselves. It was the free kicks that got us the win, wasn't it?
Well, look, it's fair to say that I don't think on the field in the finals it went as any of us hoped it would, but the journey is what should be remembered, because those memories will last an absolute lifetime. Now, elsewhere on FAWales, there's a section called My Club, and that's where we look at grassroots stories from across Wales. Some unbelievable tales, like the Cardiff Bay Warriors. So this is a team that has won the British Somali Champions League this year, an incredible feat for them, and we went to find out exactly what makes them tick.
I remember arriving here in Cardiff 23 years ago, and one of the first things we did was play football. And I think the power of football and how it brings communities together, especially the younger generation, is absolutely amazing.
And I think celebrating the successes of Cardiff Bay Warriors is something which we need to continue.
So Cardiff Bay Warriors was started back in 2005 by a community group called SOYA, Somali Youth Association. We pride ourselves on brotherhood and bring everybody together.
Come on, Warriors on 3.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, Warriors!
Oh, honestly, go and watch the Warriors full episode. It is absolutely superb. There's also fantastic stories from clubs like Ammanford and from Penmaenmawr Phoenix, among others. There's also going to be new ones coming in the new year as FAWales continues to grow. Well, look, as ever, Wales away in 2022, you were magnificent. We were out in Poland with you, the Netherlands and Belgium, as the new kit came up against some of the best vintage kits out there.
What makes a great kit?
I I think anything that's made with passion for the Wales, anything that's got the dragon on, of course, that's the kit to a T, isn't it? So.
Talk us through the kit, because that 70s number is absolutely beautiful.
Well, it's just my favourite kit from all time. You know, from when I was a kid. It was the first kit that was available, I think, to Welsh supporters back in the day. So I had the full kit, Christmas 1976, and the yellow one as well. So, and I've still got them from when I was a kid, and I'm still wearing it.
In terms of your favourite kits, do you have a favourite kit out?
I think last season's is my favourite, with the England door sleeves, not my favourite. Yeah.
I go for the early 1990s kits, to be honest. But I think they do need to bring back the long sleeves, to be honest.
Yeah.
There's definitely a shout out for that.
I might pinch yours in a minute, but if you don't mind, that.
But it's got longer sleeves. I've gone for the long sleeves option.
I've got scissors back at home.
Beauty, of course, is in the eye of the beholder, so we've all got our own feelings and emotions tied up in what makes the best Wales shirt. However, we don't always know the stories behind it, do we? So we thought we'd send Rob Earnshaw on a journey of discovery to find out what makes Cymru's kits simply the best. Now, a little warning to you, because the following scenes may provoke feelings of lust, desire, and extreme kit nerdiness.
The idea was basically to create a jersey that we hadn't necessarily seen before, but obviously spoke sort of that sort of zeitgeist of Wales and what they sort of stand for. Spoke about the national identity, so the graphic sort of gives an impression or speaks that sort of dragon scale, so it's wearing that your dragon on your shirt.
Yeah.
So it's not just the crest, but obviously you're embodying the dragon. So it's something that, with the seasonal direction as well, and especially like trying to dive into that speed, that sort of motion.
Yeah.
That's where we created the graphic. But there's other undertones, there's other elements that we wanted to sort of represent Wales with. So Wales has a rich history in tapestry, fabrics, obviously, everything that sort of goes across St. David's Day into to everyday life. So instead of creating a print on the jersey, we wanted to actually weave the fabric together to create this two-tone graphic. So you can see on this here, you get the colours running through. And it's the first time, probably since 1990, that we've had an all-over graphic.
Yeah.
So again, it's sort of something that feels familiar, but at the same time, speaks volumes for the future generations as well. So it's the two components. I mean, in recent times, we've had a big resurge in 90s sort of zeitgeist, but it's definitely about making Wales stand out at the World Cup. Mm-hmm. It's something that belongs to them.
In Wales, there's such a close connection with the Wales shirt with fans. How is it, making sure that the fans feel ownership of, when they do get one or when they see it, they love it, they want to go out, they want to buy it?
Yeah, you have to cater for obviously our fans and like the red wall and stuff like that. But it's also, a fashion statement as well. It's football shirts have come a long way from the early noughties, and now people don different people's clubs, different federations as well. So it's definitely about how it transcends from the stadium into the streets, and then how it's appropriated as well. So we look at trends, we look at things that are relevant today, fashion labels. We see a lot of collaborations and stuff like that, and it's about how we can then sort of sell Wales to the rest of the world. So it's it's putting Wales on a pedestal in that respect, but still trying to bring it home in terms of the that fashion-esque, that savviness of the football shirt.
The Art of the Wales shirt, there on Red Wall Plus among the documentaries. Go and sign up now. And that's it for me. So I hope you have a fantastic Christmas and a great New Year. It's not the end of the show though, because now you're going to go and join Jukesy. She's out and about on her travels, checking out the Women's Welsh Cup quarterfinals.
This has been a big year for women's football in Wales, and we've seen attendance records being broken in both the international and domestic game, mainly thanks to the continued success of Cymru women on the international stage.
young girls came to the game, I'd say thank you for coming for starters. You know, sport means the most. Keep playing football, keep enjoying the game, just keep smiling and work hard and keep coming to our games, because there's a lot more to come. And then for the ones that came before me, I just don't really know what to say, but thank you so much. Like, I'm so grateful for everyone that's come before me, so yeah, thank you.
Here at FC Cymru, we cover everything from international to grassroots football, and we love seeing all the incredible work being done at clubs all around Wales. One of those clubs is Trevelyan BGC, and they're one of the first to have a dedicated mental health officer.
Nearly 3 years ago we lost one of our committee men and big friend of the club due to some mental health problems, and since then the club has felt we never want that to happen to us as a club again. So we feel we need to drive this into the club and into the community, that we get the awareness out there and break down barriers and stigma on mental health in sport. Darren was a hard-working member of the community here. In the committee, he was always here doing something, always had a smile on his face, always having a beer, having a chat. I think it's a prime example, Darren, of people don't know what's going on behind closed doors, you know. Darren obviously had some real troubles in his life, which we didn't know about. And he's just a massively missed figure in the club, you know, and that's driven us to do what we want to do here. It rocked the club to its core, to be truthful with you. You know, it was a real, you know, horrendous time. But like you say, positivity is we drive this on not only in Trevelyan and the community, but we're actually out there in other clubs delivering our mental health sessions as well.
I think it's massive. I think it's close to the heart of the club with Trevelyan, and I think it's good we use the status of the club now to build a platform to raise awareness of it, and I think it's good now we're getting other clubs involved as well. And I think we had a bad experience with mental health with the club, so I think it's personal, it's good personal terms to us. So I think a day like today is massive, especially Derby Day. We've got a crowd here for it and make a good awareness for it. It's always been a stigma around it with men's mental health, where you've got to keep it bottled up and that. But with Martin, he makes sure the boys bring it out, and he's close to all the boys as well, so he's been excellent.
If there's anything wrong at football, at work, in the house even, we've got someone to talk to. Martin's been fantastic, he's given us all his number, so if we've got any problems whatsoever, we can just go straight to him. We all know someone who's going through it, and maybe sometimes they don't show it, and they just need that point of contact for someone to speak to.
I think for me personally it's made a massive deal. As someone who suffers from anxiety and depression myself, I think opening the club up so that we can discuss this stuff has made a major difference to me. And I think a lot of the friends here and the fellow committee will know, you know, I'm always been one to make excuses when I couldn't do something and saying, you know, I'm sick or I got a headache, and being able to be honest and say, look, I'm not in a good place mentally today, I won't be able to do something, makes such a huge difference for me personally. I think it's just so important that we have this open and honest area that we can discuss this stuff, you know. It's a slow process, but, you know, my friends now know when to text me and push maybe if I say I can't do something, and they know when to check in, and they know when to leave me alone because I need my own company, right? So it's definitely been a slow but steady learning curve, yes.
Credit to Trevelyan for doing so much for men's mental health. I think particularly young males are, you know, they hugely need mental health support, and for a team like Trevelyan, who are obviously so rooted in the community, to offer a space where people can talk about the mental health and signpost to mental health services is fantastic. Yeah, we can't credit them enough.
It's very easy, and the club are giving us great support. We've had great support from the FAW. Some of our sponsors are back today as well. So once you get it going, it really is, you know, the numbers of people who want to get involved is huge. So just get in touch, guys. We hope, you know, to give our advice out to other clubs. Please bear it in mind, you know, men and sportsmen don't want to talk about these issues, and there's such a stigma on it that just please open up.
Well, what an unforgettable year it's been for Welsh football, and we've loved covering it on FC Cymru, and we want to thank you for being such a big part of such a special year. You can also go relive this year by signing up to Redwall Plus. It's completely free and you'll find a whole load of Welsh football content, and there'll be more coming your way in the new year. It's been absolutely incredible to see what Cymru has achieved both on and off the pitch this year, and we can't wait to see what 2023 has in store.
Yeah. Yo. Yeah. Danny on the way to the top of the game. Watch Kenny, I'm Dimau Grandma. Mar glad I hyn yn fach, ond mae'r rhaid yn pwyso tynnall. Wedi ora, ni, Danny Danny on the way to the top of the game. Watch Kenny, I'm Dimau Grandma. Mar glad I hyn yn fach, ond mae'r rhaid yn pwyso tynnall. Wedi ora, ni, Danny Danny hey. I do think we've been able to bring Wales to the global stage. Like, I have to say I'm very grateful to the players, because without them, most of this wouldn't be happening, you know? Without them, they've sort of paved the way for opportunity for other, I guess, aspects of Welsh culture to come through. Like, yeah, once again, just grateful to be here.
Seeing the Wales flags amongst like 32 countries, it's not that many, do you know what I mean? Seeing us up on buildings, seeing us on transport, seeing us everywhere, you look out for it and you're like, oh my God, we're there. We're part of this elite core of countries, and it's absolutely amazing. And like, even if it doesn't happen for another 50 years, it's been great.
Watching the boys out there in a World Cup is absolutely unbelievable. It's just being out here with my old man. He said to me when I was a kid, he said, one day, Jake, we're going to go to a World Cup. So I was thinking, oh, okay, we're going to go and watch a World Cup. Never did I ever think we'd be out here watching Wales in a World Cup. It's a dream come true.
It's what it's all about, isn't it? No matter how they performed on the day, we're here, and that's it. I'm on a heap.
The highlight of the trip has been
being here.
How good it's been.
Everybody's embraced us and welcomed us, and everyone's been amazing.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, Warriors!
Every shirt has its own story. I want to explore the stories that represent our history, our culture, and our future.
We don't have to follow that kind of, affiliated, constrained, branding of football, and actually we're here and we're just gonna do our own thing.
I might be the manager, but I'm not different from any supporter or player, or we've all got the same responsibility. You all got to bring everybody together, but it's not the players, it's not the management, it's everybody.
Hi, I'm Gemma Granger, Cymru Women's National Team Manager.
And then you see the referee put the whistle to his mouth, and that was the best feeling ever.